For today's DIY video, I'll be making use of book rings. And they sell book rings at the Dollar Tree of different sizes. For today's video, I'll be making use of just a 1-inch book ring. I'll also be using a mirror for this DIY. Now I'm going to turn the mirror over and have a few gems glued at the back, and these will be for support. When I was done with that, I went ahead to start gluing on the book rings around the mirror. I'm going to do this with the hot glue gun first, and then when I'm done, I'm going to go around again with a stronger adhesive. After applying strong adhesive, I have to wait for about 4 hours for this to set properly before flipping it over. Now I'm going to be gluing on upholstery buttons inside the book rings. The reflection was showing the tips of the buttons, so I decided to add gems to cover up those tips before using these inside the book rings. Now that I have that done, this is the first gift idea. I'm going to keep this aside and then show you guys another way to use the book rings for another totally different gift idea. I'm going to use the shape of this balloon and glue on book rings around it to look similar to this. For this project, I'm also going to be using 1-inch book rings. Because I'm going to be using a lot of book rings, I did not use book rings from the Dollar Tree. I decided to just buy a whole pack of book rings that are like 100 pieces, and I'll leave a link for that down in the description box below. I did not fully cover the entire thing just so that I can have a certain balance when it's sitting on a table. So when I was done, I popped the balloon and then added just a few more rings around to make it look uniform. The tray I made earlier was in silver, but this one is going to be in gold. So I took it out and I spray painted it gold. And when it was dry, I filled up the rings with 1-inch upholstery buttons like I did for the tray. As I was attaching my buttons, I noticed that I had a lot of spaces in between some of the rings. So the spaces that are really open and really wide, like this one here, I just simply glued on another button there. The upholstery buttons are kind of heavy, so that's good because it's going to give what I have here a decent weight and good balance as well. Here are the items that I have made, starting with the tray. I put what I made besides it too, so you guys can see what it looks like side by side. I did put this in the tray, but it looks a little bit bigger than the tray, so I decided to just take that out entirely. Now I do have this piece here that I used as my inspiration, but as you can see, the gems around are really small and it's really pretty. So I had that inside the tray and then put what I made besides it. Apart from flowers, you can also have lighting inside this. For some of my DIYs, I have used shower hooks and book rings. And for this particular one, I love the way just book rings made it stand out. Now here's another DIY that I did using shower hooks. When I started laying out this pattern, I had the idea of using, say, a picture in my mind of a leaf being blown by the wind or a water droplet. Just something with a curve at the top. And now I'm just filling out the inner spaces. You should make them as close to each other as possible before you start gluing. I glue the points where they meet with each other in the front and at the back. I started gluing the hooks together before spray painting, because if you do it the other way around, it won't hold. Trust me, I learned the hard way. This is what it should look like. And then I made two of them and used an E6000 glue and went round at the front and at the back. I spray painted it silver, and here I'm just using a paper towel holder, and this is so that I can rest the design on it before I glue the 1-inch mirror in between all of the holes within the shower hooks. The mirrors are light in weight, so it's really easy for them to actually be glued down to the shower hooks. I will be doing this all the way to the top, and I will be covering the points where the glue shows with gems of different sizes. As I was doing this, I had two things in mind: to cover up the glue and to also cover up the lock-ins for the shower hooks. When I was done with this step, I had something that looks like an ice frosty look. I did this for both designs. And now I'm going to be locating the point where I'm going to be gluing down my napkin ring. Somewhere in the middle or in the center of gravity, if you like to call it that way. And then I used the hot glue gun, but you can use an E6000 glue if you want to make it permanent. I put a hook at the back, but then I'm also going to be using the holes and using nails on the wall so I can change the angle whenever I like. This is the icicle that I want to be using for the lighting, and I will be gluing gems all around at the bottom. And this is what it should look like. And it turned out looking like a magic wand. So pretty. And now I'm going to be gluing it on top of the napkin ring. I'm using this for minimal lighting, just to create a very nice ambience in the room. This is what it looks like hanged on the wall. For the other one, I did not put the lightings just yet to see how it's going to look like when it's inverted. When I was done checking out the position, I took it back to the original angle and glued on the lighting, and I turned them on. It shines in a pretty way, and I really love the uniqueness of the design. I really love the way they turned out looking so pretty. This is such an inexpensive way to add glam to the home. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this wall decor / wall sconces. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And for those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.